So the designer babies, the passage explains that scientists using in vitro fertilization can examine embryos at the genetic level. So they can identify disease-related genes with avoid implanting embryos with serious conditions. So in the future, the text says this technology could also allow parents to select desirable traits such as having an high IQ, athletic ability, what's the hair color of the baby, and the eye color. So this suggests that children characteristic may no longer be left purely to nature. So while the frozen babies, so the passage describes that preserving bodies or brains at very low temperature through a process called vertification. Tissues are preserved and stored in liquid nitrogen. So the goal is to possibly revive the person in the future when technology become advanced enough. So this challenge the idea that death is always final. If these technologies become mainstream, how would society change? So the question is change in human reproduction. Parents may choose traits for their children, and birth characteristic become planned instead of natural. So in that way, only the wealthy families might afford genetic selection. The other technologies that challenge what we consider natural is like the artificial womb. So babies developing outside the human body instead of the womb of the mother. Next is the human cloning. So identical humans create artificially. So next is the life extension. So slowing or reversing aging. Instead of getting older, it's getting younger. So gene editing. So altering human genes. Next, last is the brain and computer interface. So instead of the brain of the child will be at the same as the IQ of the computer. Then, so this passage explains that designer babies challenges the idea that traits are determined naturally, while the frozen babies challenge the belief that death is inevitable. So, if these technologies become common or become mainstream, they could change how society view birth, life, death, and what it means to be human.